Here we are, almost at Thanksgiving. And first of all, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you incredible subscribers out there. Some of you have just stumbled across me on YouTube. Others have found me through my company where I sell products to new mothers. But first of all, thank you. Thank you for subscribing and for tuning into what I have to say. This year has been the most trying year I've ever gone through. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't so excited to see the new year come. This year, my youngest son got the flu, like everyone else in our family. We took him to the ER, and within a few hours, his heart stopped. And we were pretty much told he wasn't going to survive. I watched as he took in what I thought was his very last breath. And, looking back on it, I feel so disconnected from the experience. And yet, in a weird way, I try to reconnect with it. I think something that is very important for all of us to remember is keeping a perspective that is very healthy. And it is so easy to lose that perspective. And that is why I try to reconnect with that horrific experience. To be in a situation where you're about to lose something that is everything to you, things just fall into place, into the perspective that I feel like they really should be in. And I wish I could harness that perspective and have it with me forever. Being in the room at Children's Hospital, thinking that I may never ever see him again alive, I remember thinking, oh my God, what I wouldn't give, do, be to have him safe and well. And everything else that I had worried about before, just earlier that day, seemed so unimportant. I mean, I had been worrying about a bill. I had been worrying about some work stuff that had come up. Oh my gosh, in the face of a situation like losing your son, all of that stuff it's just nothing. To fast forward a little bit, he survived that night. And that was just the biggest gift to us. We didn't know in what state he was, but he survived. He wasn't conscious, but he was alive. And within 24 hours, he had what's called a grand mal seizure, which led the doctors to believe that he had had a stroke. And we had an MRI, which led to them telling us that he was brain dead. So that was an interesting perspective as well, because we went from almost losing him to, okay, we have him. We don't know how long we have him, but he's here now, and we were taking it second by second, to I was so grateful to have him alive that I thought, okay, we can work with this. So he's got neurological issues, and we'll be able to work around that. Best case scenario, he will be in a wheelchair. He might not be able to communicate with us, or he might not be able to function his body parts, or, but we can take him with us places. We'll experience life with him in just a different way. And I found so much peace in those thoughts of having him with us, but, possibly non-functional. It is amazing how much joy that brought me, just knowing that he was with us. Perspective, right? what a year this has been. I'm going to skip forward. Here we are 8 months from when we were admitted into the hospital. And his heart has healed to the normal range. He is within normal heart function. The neurologists have told us that they see absolutely no sign of brain damage. None. He is functioning and learning and growing at a normal rate for a child of 18 months. And I can't even put into words how I feel about what has transpired and where we are today. Gratitude and thankfulness will never, ever encompass what I feel when I look at my son, who seems, from all the tests, and seems from a mother's eyes, completely unscathed from this experience. I don't even think he remembers any of it anymore. I wanted to share this with you guys because the perspective that I gained from this, and going from I just hope I can keep him, to okay, I hope I can keep him so that he can experience life in some way, to going back to normal life with a son who is healthy now. And I can't even begin to describe the gratitude that I have and how that perspective has changed my life forever. I share this experience with you now, and what I went through and the perspective that I've gained, to maybe just remind you that while we are at this time of year where we are spending time with family and being thankful, and also bombarded with a bunch of other things that are not important, but seem important because of how society views them or how we are used to viewing them, to keep perspective on the things that are most important. After this experience, the things that have changed in my life have been kind of interesting. They hit me at different times. Last night, Nico had a stuffy nose. And so he was tossing and turning a bit, and he co-sleeps with me, so of course he keeps me awake. I was so grateful to be woken up multiple times because it was like a reminder that he was there. Every morning I wake up, I am so grateful to see him. And last night I got to have that experience about 15 times. And it was like just the most incredible gift to wake up and see him. I cloth diaper, and as silly as this sounds, as much as, cleaning poop off of diapers is just never fun for anyone, I'm so grateful because that poop means that he's here and he's living and he's eating and he's processing food. And I'm grateful for that experience, because if he wasn't here, I obviously wouldn't get that opportunity. Maybe shift your perspective a little bit this holiday and look at the things that you wouldn't normally look at as being tremendous honors to do and to be and to experience. Like cleaning the poop off of diapers and being woken up multiple times of night because maybe your baby just needs a little bit more time with you and needs to snuggle or has a stuffy nose. These are things that you get to experience because you have that honor of having that child. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for listening to this and maybe even giving it some thought as to where your perspective is and maybe how it could change. I hope you and your family, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I'm grateful for you and I appreciate you. Be well.